Hey guys, welcome to my channel Blending Creative. Thank you my 300 plus subscriber for subscribing to my channel. Please, if you are watching this video, please give this video a thumbs up by giving it a like, and also drop your comment in the comment section. I would want to know how you feel about my video. And also, if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button so that we get more videos on my channel. So I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful tubeless top. So we'll go straight away to the cutting table. Now I've drafted my basic body pattern, and I have a tutorial on this on my YouTube channel, so you can just go down and search for it, or you can go to the description button box I will drop the link there, so you go there and click on it to watch the videos. So the length of my pattern is 16 inches, that is to the waist, so 16 inches. So I've drafted the pattern, so you can go and watch the video so that you know how to draft your basic body pattern. So this is the front pattern. So I've drafted the whole thing. So the last line there is the under bust line. So the under bust line, and the middle line is the bust point. So you are just going to take from the bust point down to the under bust, so which is 3. Mine is 3, so yours could be 4, yours could be 5, depending on how the person's bust side. So I'm just going to mark 3 inches all around to draw a circle. So watch how I'm doing it. I'm just going to mark out and use it to draw a circle around this point here. So watch carefully so that you can also make yours. So you draw the line, the circle up to the point, this point again. So you can see that we have a circle there. So we have a circle there. So the next thing we're going to do is to measure our shoulder. Is to measure our shoulder. So the shoulder, you're just going to divide it into 2. So you divide it into 2 and you mark out the middle. So from the middle, you're just going to draw a line straight to meet the bust point. So you can have drawn the line and have gotten to the bust point. So the next thing you're going to do, you're going to go straight to the under bust. So you're just going to go ahead and measure ½ inch and ½ inch the other way. So you're just going to go ahead and measure ½ inch on both sides. So you are just going to draw that line down to meet the dart leg at the bottom of your under bust. You can see where I'm going to draw the line to. You draw it down to the dart leg on the other under bust. So we are just going to go ahead from that point to shape it down to the bust point. Shape it from that under bust down to the bust point. So you can use freehand. You can also use, if you have in this French curve, if you have all these curves, you can also use them. So curve it. But for those who do not have those curves, you can also use your free hand. So you are going to measure that space that I pointed at, and we are going to use it at top. So it is 1.5. So we are going to distribute that 1.5 at the upper part. So we are just going to take ½ inch that way and 1 inch this way, half inch this way, and half inch this way, and 1 inch that way. So we've distributed the 1.5 inches. So we are just going to drag it down to the bust point. So the next thing is to measure a 1/4 inch to the right, 1/4 inch to the left, so that it will tight you for bust tightening at the upper part of your tube, so that it won't be showing your bust. It will have it when you bend down, so it will hold you firm. So I'm just going to roll that 1/4 inch down to the bust line. So after that, you can shape it very well with your hand or with your pattern. So the next thing to do is to measure 1 inch. I'm going to just take, half inch. You can take 1 inch, depend on how deep you want your sweater to look like. So I'm taking half inch. So I'm just going to shape it down to meet the circle. So at this point, at the armhole, you are just going to take half inch down. You can take, if you want it to be deeper, you can take 1 inch down. So we are just going to curve that to meet the new armhole point that we have drawn, we have marked out. So basically we are almost through with drafting. The next thing to do is to measure, divide your bust measurement by 4, or your measurement by 4, and you mark out whatever figure you see there. So I'll just go down and mark my bust divided by 4, then my waist divided by 4. Then you mark out the figure you see there. So this space, the dot there, we are just going to add it to the measurement. And you can see the opening there, those spaces I'll measure half and 1 inch and 1/4. We are just going to measure it, and we are going to fix it there also. So then we'll go ahead and fix our seam allowance, our sewing allowance. So you can add 1 inch, you can add 1.5 inch or 1/4, whichever seam allowance you want to add to your pattern. You can add it to it, and we just draw the armhole to fit in. So that is basically all about the front basic pattern, the pattern. So the back part of it, we have also drafted it out. So we are just going to go down from the armhole point. I just going to go down by 1 inch. It depends on how you want it. You might want your back neckline to be deeper. It depends on how you want it. So we are just going to go ahead and go down by 1 inch. 1 inch. And also the armhole, we went at the front part of it, we went down with half inch. So we are just going to still go down with 1 inch. So we draw it to fit. We draw that point to meet the other point. This is not really the shape I want, but it's okay. Depend on. So you don't really need to follow my own style. You can make your own deeper, or even at the armhole point. Depend on you. So just go ahead and also mark out your bust line divided by 4, and also your waist divided by 4. Then for the seam for the darts, we are just going to add our dart allowance, including our seam allowance also. So you can see I'm through with drafting the back pattern, and I've added allowance. So I'll just go ahead and cut this off. Just go ahead and cut this off. So like I told you, you don't really need to follow the shape of the back that I've drawn. You can explore whatever shape that you want, depend on how you want it. So I'm through. You can see I've cut it and say I'm through, and I've even cut my fabric because I want my tube to be longer. I made a longer longer pattern on my fabric. So I have cut it, and I've cut the middle part and also this two side and also the back. So for the middle part of the front pattern, it's going to be folded into two while cutting it. So you can see I've spread it open, and this is the side. So we'll go ahead and join them. You can see I've joined them. You can join them, sorry to say, after cutting your lining, because you need to line this thing. So after cutting your line, you just go to your sewing machine and join side with the front, and also the other side with the front pieces. That's the middle front pieces. You can see how I have shown you in the video. You see, place it this way on your machine, and you go ahead and join it together with either quarter of an inch. So I'm through joining it, and I've given it a good press. You can see that the shape is I did not add tube to my dress. I did not add tube to my top. You can go ahead and add breast tube or your ready-made cup. You can add whatever you want. So but for this my client, she does not want breast tube, does not want this cup bra. So I've hold the back. You can see that the back I added that. I've hold the dart, sorry to say, from up down to the bottom part of it. So it stopped at the upper part of it. So I'll go ahead and join front pattern with back pattern, and I'll join it with the 1.5 inch sewing allowance. So we'll go ahead to our sewing machine and do that quickly. So the next thing to do is to cut out a strip, a very long one of about it's not really long, about 12 inches. So you go ahead and fold it, and you sew and you turn, and the width should be about 1.5 inch or 1/4 inch, depend on how tiny you want your the hand to look like. So you just go ahead, after turning it, go ahead and hold it to the dart at the back, and fix it to the dart at the front also. So you can see I'm through. I have fixed my strip on it, and it's look beautiful. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching to the end, and I'll be dropping a video soon. Like and drop your comment in the comment section. Bye.